Hello, so I was recently tagged in this survey that's going around faster than AIDS, and I don't know if that joke is too soon, but anyways, I was tagged by none other than Mitch, car guy with glasses. So in his honor, I'm just gonna wear these glasses. And maybe you have to get used to this look because I'm pretty sure I need glasses. I'm going to the eye doctor pretty soon. But anyways, let's get on with this survey. So I have to tell you about my first kiss. Well, I don't really know what it means about first kiss because if we're going to be technical, my first kiss was probably with my parents because, you know, parents do that. They kiss babies in the lips, or maybe that's just incest, I don't know. Let's move on. So if we're talking about like opposite sex and that stuff, my first kiss was about first grade. I was playing around in this playground thing and I was just running around, and then this girl, I think she was older than me, I fell down and then she jumped on top of me and then gave me a little thing like that, and I was like, what the frick just happened? And then she ran away, and it's been that way ever since. But if we become more technical about first kiss, like, you know, French kissing or making out, that happened around when I was 11 years old. And of course I had no idea what it was, so it was pretty strange for me. And she was also older than me, so I guess she had more experience and stuff. And then what happened was I was just there. I didn't do anything. She was the one that was moving the tongue and doing all that stuff. I just sat there with my mouth like that. So she was moving her tongue and probably looked something like this. Or I don't know, maybe that looks like a penis in my mouth. Again, let's move on. What is my most expensive casual item of clothes? Well, I would have to say it's probably, I don't know if this counts as clothes, but this is probably, it looks pretty bad now, but when it was new, they look pretty nice. And it wasn't really that expensive, but it became expensive because I bought them in Europe, so it was like, I don't know how many euros, so when you changed it to dollars, it was much higher. But yeah, I would probably not spend that much on shoes again unless I was rich. What was the first job I ever wanted? It was actually to be a shepherd. I grew up in a Christian home, so I heard about David and how he was a shepherd and he saved the sheep from the bears and the lions, so he killed lions and bears. So I wanted to be a shepherd. I wanted to take care of sheep. That was when I was younger than 5 years old. There was also this little time period when I wanted to be a mad scientist and I wanted to create all these chemicals and stuff, and I started mixing stuff up and I created some great stuff. I created this little potion thingy which I gave to some plants, and it actually healed the plants. So I tried to make it again, and then I put it in a syringe thing and I gave it to all the plants in my grandmother's backyard. But it turns out the second time I made it, I must have done a miscalculation. I did something wrong and her plants started dying. I think that's about the time that dream died for me. And let's not tell my grandmother about this because to this day she still doesn't know why her plants started dying in her garden. But most of my life I wanted to be in the entertainment business. I wanted to be an actor since I was 5 years old because I watched a lot of Jim Carrey movies, and that's pretty much been throughout my life. But if I start talking about that now, it's gonna be a long video, and let's just keep it short for now and let's go to the next question. Tell us about your group of school friends. Well, I've moved a lot of places, so I could pick and choose different groups because I've moved so much. So I'm gonna pick one when I was in grade 4. I had this group of friends that were like a little gang. We did gang things together, so we got together and we fought against other groups in the backyard of the school and stuff like that. I never really fought. I was like the leader of that group, so I made other people fight for me because I'm not a fighter, I'm a lover. But that was pretty fun. I don't really speak to any of them now. Some of them may be dead, some of them may be doing drugs. I really have no idea what happened with their lives. They live in Colombia. Yeah, I know what you're gonna say. Oh, Colombia, you were in a gang and whatever. Yes, I was, so don't mess with me. What would I name my child? I actually thought about this a lot. I know guys don't usually think about this stuff, but I have. And I actually want to have 3 children. I want to have 2 boys and 1 girl. The boys' names will be Juan Carlos, and the other one will be Jose Manuel. And the girl is gonna be Gabriela, because I want to be able to call her Gabby. I have given it a lot of thought, and when I tell people about this, they're like, oh, but your wife, she's gonna want different names and whatever. Well, she's gonna be busy making sandwiches, okay? She's not gonna have time to think up of names, and I'm gonna be the man who chooses the name. And if you're a girl, then I end up marrying you. I'm sorry, baby. I didn't mean anything of what I just said, so please forgive me, please. But yeah, that was it for this survey, and I hope that was somehow entertaining to you. My life in itself is not that entertaining, which is why I put these glasses on and whatever. But it's time for me to tag the people that I'm going to tag. And I already forgot who I tagged. So yeah, the people I'm tagging, I don't even know if I'm gonna pronounce this right. It is Nix9, That's Seth MB Myers, I Drake Ian, Heyo Chris, and of course I know you're probably gonna be busy and you're not gonna do a survey thing, but I thought, hey, maybe he will. So Matt Bowman, I am tagging you, and that's it for me. Get used to these glasses because I may use glasses pretty soon, and I love you all. Thank you for watching. See you later, Crocodile.